In this short video, which will take you about 20 minutes to watch, I've put together some clips from different productions or interpretations of the Bacchae, and also prefaced it with a short talk by classicist Edith Hall. Edith is one of the most interesting and, dare I say it, charismatic classicists working in the UK at the moment. So, what I'd like you to do is this. Watch the introduction by Edith, she'll give you an overview of the play, and then have a look at all the snippets. The first is from a 1960s movie with Terence Stamp and James Fox. The second, the trailer for a production of the Bacchae at London's Almeida Theatre. Next we have a trailer for the production at the Royal Scottish National Theatre. Then, finally, a really interesting snippet from our very own Melbourne-based director Adina Jacobs of her production of the Bacchae at the Melbourne Fringe. So what I'd like you to do is this. Have a look at each of the snippets and jot down, or just think, what they do for you, how they fit into your understanding of Greek tragedy, how the aesthetic, and by aesthetic I mean the way the scenes look, what they make you feel, how they affect you with affect. Now, affect, that's A-F-F-E-C-T, is, what should we say, the noun of effect, E-F-F-E-C-T, and affect is something which is particular to the emotions and sensations. So an affect is the thing that makes the hair stand on the back of your arms, or gives you a tingle in your stomach or in your palms, something that makes you feel a little uncanny, a little discombobulated, something that is a sensation almost beyond your ability to intellectualize it. So each of the different aesthetics in each of these snippets aims to do something. I want you to have a think about how they apply to your reading of the Bacchae and to your understanding of it. And as we go from what you might say is a traditional aesthetic in the 1960s movie up until Adina's quite radical and innovative aesthetic, I want you to think about what happens in the way a director can adapt, reconceptualize, reinterpret this play. Then, when we come to class, I'll have a chance to talk about this in context of Greek tragedy generally, and discuss how the Bacchae, more than any other play in the Greek tragedy canon, demonstrates a really integral thing about what theatre does for us and can do for us.
In Euripides' Bacchae, we have a very strong role for the god Dionysus. He's on almost all the way through the play. He has come to avenge himself on the Thebans who have denied that he's a god. And he says he's going to avenge himself at the beginning, and at the end he is triumphant because he has. However, between those two moments, he spends most of his time in disguise as a priest of himself, who's arrived from Asia, a priest of Dionysus, a human. The main relationship in the play is actually between him and the very, very young king of Thebes, Pentheus. Pentheus is actually his first cousin because their mothers are sisters, but Pentheus, we're told, is very young indeed. He's only just started to grow his beard. He's been away and has just come back, and while he's been away, the god Dionysus has turned up as a priest of Dionysus with all these Bacchants to take over the city. How will Pentheus react? That is the great question of the play. And the relationship between him and Dionysus has many different and fascinating aspects, but it's quite clear that Pentheus is in some way really fascinated with this beautiful priest. He's not sure, I think, whether he fancies him or not. I think there is sexual tension, which he tries to deny. But we see this build up in the scene where the priest manages to get him to dress up Pentheus as a woman, as a bacchant, and follow him out to the mountains to see what is happening out on the mountains. It's really very, very tense, and Pentheus isn't married yet, and he's fascinated with this beautiful male stranger. The other part that's very important is Pentheus' mother, Agave. Pentheus goes out to the mountain and gets killed by the Bacchants. In particular, he's actually killed by his own mother, who's out raving as a Bacchant on the mountain. She comes onto the stage in the last quarter, holding his head, which is probably actually the mask which the actor wore. She's also the same actor who played her son, so maybe the voice similarity actually stressed some sort of kinship. The same actor plays Pentheus as plays his mother. She comes on with this head and says, "Look, I caught a lion."
Let him loose. He can't escape me now. Well, you've cut quite a handsome figure, stranger. The sort that women like at least, and that's why you're here in Thebes. Such long hair. Very attractive. You're no wrestler, I can see.
Whoever this diamond is, I welcome him to Thebes. People say he's important. Extremely important. We've dreamed this up in collaboration with those women so they can all keep carousing forever.
Well, in collaboration with a god. Open your arms, daughters of Cadmus. I am leading this young man to a great contest, to his ultimate performance. I am the scream.
We are the bad guys. Red